way to tell you.
And I feel like that song was when I became who I dreamt of being, like as an MC. That song is when I knew I'm here. I can stand toe to toe with you, Beans. Now, what up? You ain't gonna wash me no more. What's up? And that's why I think he started feeling like, how this get so good? Like,
and then a lot of the records that y'all would be on together, even like the Understanding, all that, a lot of that shit,
like Hustlers, all of that.
Like a lot of that shit was like, damn, man, like. Look, it's a pleasure for me to be sitting here doing this interview with you, bro.
Memphis Bleek just came out and named the exact track that made Jay-Z and Dame Dash stop looking at him like the young homie in the corner and start seeing him as real competition. He was no longer just the kid in the room. He was standing shoulder to shoulder with sharp lyricists like Beanie Sigel. And listen to this, that shift changed everything. This isn't just rap gossip, hold up. This is about Roc-A-Fella Records, billion-dollar hip-hop power moves, boardroom respect, and the precise second Bleek made two of the most influential CEOs in music reassess his position. And Bleek kept it honest. There was a stretch when Beanie Sigel clearly had the upper hand. Beans had the hunger. Beans had the street aura. Beans had the reputation stamped. And inside Roc-A-Fella, respect wasn't gifted because you were loyal. It was earned in that booth with bars and pressure. But then, Bleek laid down one record, one that flipped the entire narrative. He said that was the turning point where he finally stepped into the artist he always envisioned becoming. That was when he realized Beans couldn't just stand there and outshine him on the track anymore. That was when he knew he could plant his feet, deliver his verse, and feel Jay-Z watching and Dame Dash evaluating every move without flinching. Now I'm about to roll this clip for y'all, but before I do, drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure you're subscribed. Let's get into it.
I want to ask you, what's your favorite 3 songs that you ever did? Like your favorite, not that you feel like you got busy on, like. Cause I heard you talking about Hypnotic one time. Hypnotic, you got. I always used to love Change Up. I Get High riding down the I-95. I listened to that today.
That's my dog. I listened to
I Get High riding down the I-95, and Holla is like one and the same to me.
Like that, but that's my not favorite. Even in my favorite.
That's like my favorite Bleek.
I appreciate you, bro. Those not even in. It's none of those.
Do Mine Like That? Now that's my fiance's favorite.
They not even in
she
my
said
favorites.
Swiss gave Beyonce the template, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
But she said Swiss gave Beyonce the template.
He seen what I did. Yeah, he seen what I did with Like That. He needed that tempo. He gave me that sauce.
Hold up.
I got a lot of influence out here. They don't give me my props. You know what I'm saying? But my favorite joint to me, like one of them, I gotta put Who the Fuck on What in there because.
Ooh,
that's when I felt.
I totally forgot about that.
Like, cause you know, that's why I gotta get Jazzo on the show because Jazzo played a major role in me coming up. Cause he used to always say to me, "Yo, just keep writing." I used to be to him say to him, "Yo, how you come up with the choruses, man? Yo, just keep writing. Yo, how you know when it's 16 bars? Just keep writing." No matter what I said to him, his answer was just keep writing. When you done, when you find out who you are, you gonna know what a hook is. You gonna know what the verse don't stop at. Cause you gonna come into your own.
That was a good way to tell you.
And
that.
I feel like that song was when I became who I dreamt of being, like as an MC. That song is when I knew I'm here. I can stand toe to toe with you, Beans. Now, what up? You ain't gonna wash me no more. What's up? And that's why I think he started feeling like, how this gets so good, like.
And then a lot of the records that y'all would be on together, even like the Understanding, all that. A lot of that shit,
like Hustlers, all of that.
Like a lot of that shit was like, damn, man, like. Look, it's a pleasure for me to be sitting here doing this interview with you, bro. Like, to be honest with you,
this ain't no interview. We chopping it,
but nah. Fuck that, cause you in the field now. This gonna be one of your interviews that, like, nah, that interview with him and Mills was fire.
That's facts.
This is what we gonna respect what you doing now, man. This is an interview. You know, we have conversations outside of this. This is an interview. You conducting an interview right now,
my brother.
Just as somebody that grew up listening to you, my nigga. I was one of them people that would argue in school and be like, nah, my Jay-Z don't be writing all his because I read credits, I opened booklets. I wanted to see where samples came from. So I knew when I saw S. Carter was the only name on the Coming to Age I'm like, oh. But then I started seeing M.COX.
That's right.
Oh, that's
you trying to say my last name or pause?
I wasn't gonna say it. You see how I did that one?
I had to fight for that. I had to fight for that a lot.
Woo!
Yo, in
Mr.
Brooklyn.
Mr. What?
Oh, just say Malik. Just say Malik.
I wasn't about to say that name. I just spell it out.
I had to fight for that.
Nah, man.
That's what I mean. Brooklyn was tough. It was tough.
Man, it's a pleasure just to be sitting here with you in your next chapter of what you do. I never got a chance to do music with you and do all of that, but just listening to you, I could say like, yo, you inspired me in a way where it was like, nah, I don't get what them say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking my shit.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like Mind Right, Round Here. I remember when you did Round Here, I was like, because that Round Here was probably the first time I ever heard you, because I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably the first time I ever heard you get on that type of shit.
Yeah.
And I know you had been liking it. I remember you was like, yo, I put nigga in the Ross.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know you had an ear for listening to that type of shit. But you never gave us you never gave us nothing like Round Here until Round Here.
The wildest part of this whole situation is realizing Memphis Bleek was never even positioned to battle Beanie Sigel to begin with. If you really understand Roc-A-Fella Records, Bleek was the groundwork. He was there before the big checks cleared. He was there before the $1 million contracts. He was there when Jay-Z was still piecing together his empire brick by brick. Bleek wasn't just another name on the roster. He was family. But hold up, family doesn't automatically secure respect in a business driven by results. And that's why this turning point matters so much, because when Beanie Sigel stepped in, he brought a completely different energy. He had that raw hunger. He carried that pressure. He delivered verses like every bar was life or death. And naturally, the spotlight started shifting toward that intensity. Not because Bleek lacks skill, but because in hip-hop, growth is judged by evolution. And this is exactly why Bleek deserves more flowers than he gets. Bleek didn't duck the smoke. He didn't complain behind the scenes. He didn't play the victim role. He went back to the lab. He kept writing. He kept sharpening that pen. And he kept refining his sound until he reached a place where nobody could casually overlook him again. That mentality separates lasting artists from temporary hype. Because let's be real, Jay-Z and Dame Dash weren't just managing a label. They were operating a high-level business machine. They invested in artists the way venture capitalists invest in startups. They were tracking development, they were analyzing confidence, and they were paying attention to who could stay solid under pressure. And Bleek proving he could stand toe-to-toe with Beanie Sigel was bigger than rap. It was a statement. It confirmed he wasn't just the young protege anymore. He was a company asset. Bleek eventually moved over 1.5 million albums worldwide, solidifying himself as a dependable revenue driver during Roc-A-Fella's most lucrative era. Now let me throw this to y'all. Do you think Memphis Bleek earned more respect from Jay-Z and Dame Dash than people acknowledge? And who really forced them to level up? Jay-Z's guidance or Beanie Sigel's competition? Drop your thoughts below in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.